Hey everyone, this is Zach with Gamer Gameless, and today I am joined by
Aaron, who took his vitamins today, and I am stuttering, but I'm loving the vitamins I took today.
Which vitamins did you take?
I took fish oil.
Not a vitamin.
Not a vitamin.
Fish oil is a vitamin.
No, it's
Whatever. I go to the vitamin section and it's there.
It's a supplement.
That's so
but
cool.
it's not a vitamin. What is it? Vitamin FO?
Vitamin FO.
Oh my!
I love my vitamin FO.
And that cough you just heard.
It's Elvin the Gameless.
Like it's been 9.5 years, and you still say it like that. You say
The
it like
Gameless.
you say it like it's like an R&B call-in show.
Yeah.
Hey, this is Elvin the Gameless.
You're joined by
No, that was a lisp. I don't do a lisp.
Hey,
Remember Theo from 92.3 The Beat?
oh, of course I do.
This is Theo, 92.3 The Beat. We
Hey
got
everyone, this is
K-Sweat.
Hey everyone, this is Jet the Fish, and that is a K-Rock.
What was that Snoop Dogg album? I won't want to cuss, but this is DJ Ease.
Yeah. We know that
Oh,
one.
that was the last meal. That was on the last meal.
Yeah.
Anyways, that fourth voice you hear or haven't is none other than B-Rob.
Bunyan.
Or
Bunyan.
Bunyan.
God
Bunyan.
damn it!
Bunyan is my name, alright? I'm Bunyan.
Hey, Bunyan.
Bunyan's having an identity crisis. He doesn't know what to call
Yeah, I
himself.
don't know. I'm
So
just-
today it's Bunyan.
Bunyan!
It all depends.
On bunions or no bunions?
It depends. If the seal's broken, my chakra releases. That's a Naruto reference.
There it is.
Hey, how'd you get your name Bunyan, by the way?
Because I'm tall.
Ah, nice.
Paul Bunyan. Tall. Yeah.
I like how at birth they were like, "This is gonna be a tall baby. Let's call him Bunyan."
They knew. I was legs out first.
You know, Bunyan actually rhymes with Funyuns, and they were very popular back in the day.
They're still popular.
Could we call you Funyan instead of Bunyan?
Funyun.
Because you're kind of fun. More than a bun.
Actually, I don't mind being Funyuns. Can we be Funyuns until we get sued, like the way Froggy Fresh?
Oh, that's right.
You got sued?
Krispy Kreme?
Yeah, Krispy Kreme.
No, dude, I don't want to get sued by
Okay,
Funyuns.
all right.
Okay, you just Bunyan from here on out.
Okay.
I don't have enough money to fight off a lawsuit
Okay.
from whoever owns
I mean,
Funyuns.
that'd be some great publicity, but yeah, all right.
If Elvin gets sued, I'll sue him. How about
Yeah.
that?
Whoa, that doesn't make sense.
Wait, I don't know if wait.
I don't know. I just want to get money.
Wow.
Are you guys done?
Yes, we're done.
Yeah,
Hey,
all
buddy,
right.
how you doing?
So I'm Bunyan.
He's Bunyan now.
Hey, Bunyan.
All right. Anyways, yeah, whatever. Anyways, this is Gamer and Gameless. You can check us out at gamergameless.com. Our Facebook, which is facebook.com/gamergameless. Our Twitter, which you got excited, Aaron, because you know I'm gonna mess up on this part. at Gamer Gameless.
yes.
That's our Twitter. That's it.
It's not shiny anymore either.
No.
It-
If you see Bunyan on the street, ask him what the Twitter address is. He could help you out.
Word.
Indeed.
it's not shiny. It's some dust. We get dust the dust off.
Will it be shiny after that?
It'll be shinier
Then
than
it's
it was.
still shiny.
I guess.
It's just shiny covered
It's
in
like
dust.
it's like glazed, but it's a stale glaze.
Oh, like when you have like an old oven and it has just a bunch of grease on it and oil from cooking so much you don't clean it, so it has that layer
Yeah.
and it's shiny.
Or if you go to
That's a
Winchell's,
fire hazard.
if you go to
It
Winchell's
is.
Donuts,
Grease.
all the glazed donuts are stale there too. So well, maybe when I get there at 11 a.m. That's probably why.
By the way, I love those pink donuts with the pink frosting. Those are the best ones. All right, now we go back.
All right.
No,
now.
I mean, you guys seem to have this going on your own, so maybe I should just sit this one out.
I'm just saying, and apple fritters are great. But all right, let's stop.
Man, they're so good.
It sounds like Bunyan knows about donuts.
They're expensive. I mean, they're like the most expensive one, but they're like the high end. It's like the filet mignon of donuts. Like
they're like 75%. No, 75 cents more.
yeah, seriously. Like you go in with 50 cents to get a donut, and you're like, you know what? I'm feeling like a baller today. I'm gonna get an apple fritter, and it's like 75% more. But it's big too, and it tastes good. But all right,
So you're saying I would like to point this out. I don't want to egg this on. You're saying you go in there with 50 cents and you want to get the one that's 75 cents. There's a 25% disparity there.
Should have thought that through, bro.
You're just sitting there like, oh, I don't have enough for this donut. I don't think anyone's ever said that before.
What do you tell them you're Bunyan and they just give you the
yeah,
fritter?
this is what happens. It's like Bunyan, sometimes known as Funyun, but we can't say that, so they just give you. They're like, here, look, here, just take it. You're cool.
Can we just get on?
All right, I guess.
Damn.
So.
Hold on, bro. If I go to Winchell's or if I go to like Yum Yum Donut, I'm not coming with 50 cents because I gotta get a milk or something to drink with my donut.
Yeah, that's
like I
good.
can't just be there. Oh, I ate my donut. Now my mouth is dry. I'm gonna walk
you
down
get
the
water?
street and die. I can't do that, man.
Get some water.
Yeah. No, I think about. I can't remember the last time I drove someone for a donut. Usually, I'm just passing through and I see, oh, that's a donut shop. I should go there. But I probably should make that like a goal more often. Like, hey, I need to drive somewhere and get a donut. Like, usually it's just I'm just passing by and I just, oh, that's a donut place. I should get some donut, or someone has them. But you know what? From now, I'm gonna just make it my goal to seek out donuts more rather than them just
Should
showing
I just
up.
say I found heaven for you?
Where?
Right down the street from my house, there's on the sign. It doesn't even have a name. It says donuts, Chinese food, yogurt.
Oh man, that's
The
good.
trifecta.
Yeah.
Man,
Put them all
Hold
together.
on. Before we actually get along with the actual video game portion of this show, the very small one, we need to talk about the fact that Aaron just said he doesn't want to go into a donut store, eat a donut, not have anything to drink, then go outside and die.
Did you
Yeah.
say
I can almost guarantee that there have been 0 deaths from that.
Oh, you haven't watched the news about the guy who
He
died?
just
on
eats a donut. He's just looking for something to drink and he can't find it. So natural thing that happens is death.
No, you know what? It reminds me of that scene in Constantine where the guy's trying to drink in the
That's
liquor
what
store.
I was thinking. Yeah.
Oh man, that was a good movie.
Movie reference.
All right, guys. Well, that was Gamer Gameless. Thanks for
Hey,
listening.
good
in.
talk. Hey,
right,
Bunyan, thank you for coming by.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Hey,
We'll
talk.
see you guys next week.
Wow.
No. So we're gonna start out this show. By the way, we've taken a couple months off in case you guys haven't noticed. We are back and we are better than ever.
Aaron got his sex change, and congratulations. Aaron.
and fish oil is still a freaking vitamin. I don't care
He
what you
went
say.
from AARON to ERYN
yeah.
because he is an androgynous name. Don't,
Was that-
don't,
was
don't
that
know
a-
what that was. But anyways, we're gonna
like a sound
start.
clip.
We're gonna start out. Oh no, we're gonna start out with what we're playing
Oh.
right now. Then we're gonna get into our game of the year picks.
Okay. Who gets to start with this question?
You have your arms up, so I'm guessing you.
I have my arms up because I'm asking why or who.
I love how it's not a question until you put your arms up. Zach, what time is it? Zach, what time is
It
it?
does look like a W though. I'm looking around with both his hands up. It looks like a W right now, so that makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
Who
Yeah.
or why?
Maybe he's trying to make the shape of the first letter of the game with his arms. Is it a
Well,
W?
You think it's
Warcraft?
Wolfenstein?
No, I have not been playing that or the Westeros game. Game of Thrones.
Oh, okay.
It's not Westeros, it's Westeros.
Oh,
Westeros,
Winchell's.
Westeros Baptist.
I thought it was a white people adventure. When you W,
No, I don't do that anymore. Anyway,
Anymore?
no, what I've been playing a lot of Grand Theft Auto 5, and I've been leveling up my character, and I wasted all my money on explosives just because I like blowing stuff up. That sounds like something a white person would say. No, I'm joking with you, man. No, what I'm saying is that I can say it because I'm white.
Can I
Anyway,
just say that if the FBI or DEA or CIA or any government entity that is against terrorism is listening, he's talking about a game.
Yeah, I'm just talking about
we're not
okay.
important enough.
And
It's
when he
all
says he
good.
likes blowing things up, he's talking about a video game and not real life.
No, I'm talking about Grand Theft Auto 5, guys. Come on, Grand Theft Auto 5. Anyway,
It doesn't sound like a
so
waste.
I bought a lot of C4, a lot of grenades and stuff, and I just started having a great time.
Again,
just
this is a
wrecking
game.
wrecking havoc and just having a great time in my life. Playing that, super fun.
Wreaking havoc, by the way.
Wreaking.
Wrecking havoc would mean that there's havoc going on. You're like, I don't want this to happen. Are you a police officer? Are you a peace cop? Peace cop.
There's no peace
peacekeeper.
cops. No.
What system are you playing it for?
I'm playing for Xbox One, dude, and the best part about GTA 5 is playing with your buddies, playing with your friends. You get a little crew going, and you just wreak havoc. I mean, you just try to. What the best thing about this game, and you've played Grand Theft Auto 5, people out there, and you know how great it is right now. And right now, I'm so excited for Heist. That should be coming out pretty soon. And once we have that, my crew, we're going to go nuts. We're going to go nuts. But before all that, it's all about getting that 4th star or maybe that 5th star. And everybody's after you, man. It's such a great, great time. So doing that. The other games I've been playing, Smash Brothers, of course. How can you not play Smash Brothers? We just had a little event at my house the other day. About 8 or 9 people there. And it was fantastic, man. I'm still doing that. And that's pretty much all I'm playing at this point, man.
All right. Good talk. So I am playing a little game, not too well known. It's a pretty short game, by the name of Dragon Age Inquisition.
Ah, God.
It sounded like somebody just got snuffed out with a pillow.
I'm gonna start playing that soon. I'm jelly right now. I'm so jelly. I am Welch's. Is it Welch's
No, it's
or Welch's?
peanut butter jelly.
Oh yeah, I brought Welch's to the event, and it was great because you
Oh,
can't taste the alcohol.
Okay. Oh yeah, Welch's. They also make juice. But yeah, go back to the game you're playing.
Hold on.
I said I'm Welch's jelly.
No, I got what you're saying, but he's saying, yeah, that's the thing about Welch's. You can't taste the alcohol.
Okay, so when you mix that, it's a juice. When you mix that with what would you mix it with?
Only
Vodka?
vodka, yeah, and it's one of the
That sounds terrible.
No. You would think it does, but the mixer, you can't taste the vodka at all. Not that you want to get drunk or anything like that, but whatever the juice does, it drowns out the alcohol, and so you'll start feeling it later on, even though you don't think you will. It's kind of like when if you drink a lot of wine, I guess you'll feel it later on. You don't know how much you have. And it's kind of like that. So that's what Welch's does. But,
All right. Good talk. Anyways, Dragon Age Inquisition. So, I played a decent amount of BioWare games. There we go.
Yeah, there you go.
And thanks, Alvin.
Thank you, Bunyan.
The thing about BioWare games is they're pretty time consuming, and also you need a lot of context. Like Mass Effect, I feel like if you played 2 and didn't play 1, you have no idea what's going on.
yeah.
And if you played 1 and 2, you completely didn't know what was going on. But this game, so I played a lot of Dragon Age Origins. Like I played a lot of it, but I never actually finished it. Didn't touch 2, and I was a little concerned about playing Inquisition.
Yeah.
But they have, I mean, this is cool. I didn't use this, but they have a feature called the Keep. And the Keep allows you to go online and enter in all of the choices you would have made in 1 and 2.
Right.
So it can like have an effect on 3. But like I said, I didn't play 2, so like I was like, hey, I'm going to use this feature. They were like, did you like, and I did it, and I was going through 2, and it was like, did you kill Steve? It's like, oh, well, I don't know what Steve mean. Like
What did Steve do?
at the Battle of Bubalaba? Who did you defend?
Yeah.
Shneemov or Popopov? I was like, well, I don't know much about them, so I don't know who I would.
It sounds like a pointless battle, a battle of Bubalov. I feel like if we were going to fight, it was a battle of Bubalov. I would say, you know what? We're probably fighting over a stupid reason.
Yeah, it's like, hey guys, this isn't for me.
Yeah.
But yeah. So I was like, forget it. I'm just gonna go with the default state, default save state. And man, oh man, that game is amazing. I've mentioned on this podcast a few times is that I'm not really a super patient guy. So when people talk about hard games, like I kind of like Dark Souls, like I played for very little, and I was like, oh, it's cool to watch, but it's not really for me.
Yeah.
But this game, like, and I don't know what compelled me to, and I'm glad I made this decision. I'm playing it on the hardest difficulty, which is Nightmare, and I've put like 25 hours on it, and it is a really, 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 really good game.
Wait, on Dragon Age already?
Yes.
What the hell?
Yeah,
Man,
it's
that was
embarrassing.
so fast.
But yeah, it's like there is so much to do in that game, and of course you don't have to do it. And like part of Dragon Age is the whole emphasis on dragons, but at least from what I can tell thus far, is that dragons aren't a huge part of the story so far. There's like there's like it's like a military. It's almost like Game of Thrones. There's like a military conflict. It's like the Templars are fighting the mages, and then there's like a hole in the universe ripping out like all of these demons and stuff, which is awesome. But dragons haven't been like a focal point. But because it's such an open world game, I was just strolling along in the hinterlands.
Yeah.
And then I saw a whole bunch of little baby dragons. I was like, oh, those are cute. And then I heard like a crazy noise, and then all of a sudden, just a dragon flew by and blew all this fire. I was like, "Oh, what's going on?" But it's like a super jarring experience.
Yeah.
Besides that, the only thing I'm playing is Thomas is alone. Thomas was alone.
Oh, okay.
Which is a very similar game. You play as cubes,
Yeah.
and yeah. Now Thomas was alone is actually really like I played a little bit of it before, but I'm actually finishing it now. Like it's such a unique game. It's totally what like indie games are.
Right.
It's kind of like you're playing as a square named Thomas, and Thomas has like a personality that's said by the narrator.
Right.
And then you meet a new square, and this square is like chunky, Like he's like a bigger square, so it's almost like he's an overweight person like myself, and he's like self-conscious.
Right.
And then there's like a tall, lanky one, and then that has its own personality, and it's really unique the way like they're just squares,
Yeah.
but the narrator equates all of these personalities to them. But yeah, those are two games I've been playing the most. So Bunyan, what have you been playing?
Okay, I want to say the Halo 5 beta. I'm not sure. Did it end already? It's about to end.
I think it ends
It
next
ends
week.
on the 18th,
Okay,
I think.
Which is tomorrow, right? Or is that?
No,
Maybe-
I think that's like Saturday.
It's been like
they'll
a-
probably extend it
been
because
about 2
who
days.
ends a beta on Saturday? Hey guys, we'll get the most people playing. Give me that. They just take
Yeah, I'll
it.
probably end on a Sunday night or so.
Have you done Evolve beta yet?
No, I haven't. But yeah, the Halo 5. I mean, it's really awesome. I mean, a lot of people complain, I guess, because I guess it's 700. It's what 780p or not 780 700p.
720.
720p. Yeah. I knew.
Wait. Yeah, so you got my very generic numbers
Yeah.
mixed up.
It's 720p, but I mean, it looks beautiful to me. Like, I mean, my friend walked in when I was playing. He was just like, "Damn." I mean, that's really all I could say. I mean, it's really cool. It's weird though, just because I feel like, I mean, it still feels Halo, but the control scheme is like pretty much identical to Advanced Warfare.
Yeah.
And pretty much almost everything you do is identical to Advanced Warfare. It's weird. I feel like games are becoming like they're almost all narrowing down to almost the same thing.
It's almost like a copycat industry. But what works for you? Okay, maybe that can work for us. Let's take a little bit out of that. And what I've seen from that is that now they have a new button that you can use for dashing.
Yeah. Exactly
And-
like Advanced Warfare.
And that was that. Yeah, exactly. Well, I can tell they took it from Advanced Warfare. And you had to be very strategical about it.
Strategical.
I've never
First of
tried
all,
it.
That sounds like the name of a Swedish Pokemon.
No, it sounds like a game like
Yeah.
you have a party at home. Play Strategico.
Oh, Strategico's awesome.
It's the new trivia game. Do you want to question your friends? Do you want to see who's the smartest in the game? Well, play Strategical. $5.99 on Xbox Live.
Hey, that's by Milton Bradley. And that's a great game.
No.
Okay, but anyway, I was trying to say you got to know when to use your dash, because I tried doing that to dash behind somebody so I can give them a really crazy execution. Fell off the stage.
Yeah.
And I wish I recorded it so I could show you. It's hilarious.
Yeah,
But no, I agree. I put about 4 or 5 hours into it, and I did have a great time. And I started to get a little bored though, because it's a beta. It's not the
Yeah.
whole game, But I can probably see myself getting it, because when it comes to Halo, I am a big SWAT fan.
Okay, yeah.
I play SWAT about 99% or maybe 101% of the time.
Okay,
Okay,
yeah.
math.
Yeah.
Yeah.
First of all, math.
Yeah. What I'm trying to tell you is that I'm just SWAT out.
Okay.
Swatty.
Yeah, it's funny because I actually don't like SWAT, but I feel like you may enjoy. Have you tried Breakthrough mode?
The only thing I played was Slayer. I didn't
Okay.
play Breakthrough's only. Like, is that the mode where you only have one life, you die, that's it?
Yeah, it's pretty much.
So even though that's what you're doing, I wanted to say this joke because I was sitting on it. You explained to me what breakthrough mode is, but I was waiting for my top ramen to finish, so I wasn't paying attention. Can you explain what breakthrough?
Go
mode
for it,
Okay,
bro.
so Breakthrough is pretty much identical to Warzone and Gears of War. Basically, it's round based. Everyone has one life per round, and obviously, if you eliminate the entire enemy team, you win that
Yeah,
round,
yeah.
and it's the first up to 5. But it's really cool. It's weird for Halo, but it's really cool because yeah, it's awesome. Like when you kill someone, first of all, there's a lot of awesome audio feedback in this game too. Like whenever you like example, your teammates, not your teammates themselves, but I guess like example, if you're with your friend and your friend gets a headshot, right?
Right.
Or you'll get a headshot. His character model will yell out "Great headshot" or something like that. Or if you there's times where I throw a grenade and actually hit my friend. He goes, "Hey, I'm on your side. No friendly grenades." And it's really cool though. There's a lot of great auditory feedback, and one of them specifically is in that mode, like when you kill somebody, like say it's 4 on 4, it'll go 4 on 3. And then you kill someone else. 4 on 2.
Okay.
4 on 1.
Does he say first like that? Oh,
Yeah, that's
4 on
because
2.
he trips.
He's
says,
so excited.
4 on 2. He loves it. I mean, that guy Slayer. Last point we made.
Hey, I love that guy.
Yeah,
he's been there from day one.
Sounds cool.
No, and I feel like they're when we saw it at E3 about the new Rainbow Six game, where you get you got to save these hostages, but it's like 6-on-6. Once he dies, you're out of that match. You got to wait for the round to end. And I feel like like I said, it's more of a copycat industry. I'll take that mode, I'll integrate it into what I'm trying to do here.
I wouldn't say it's like a copycat. I think it's like looking at other things for motivation. Because, like...
I mean, copy 100%, you're going to take a little bit out of it, or maybe you're going to adopt a little bit of it.
I mean, like Last of Us has the whole...
Last of Us had that, yeah.
And I'm pretty sure there's a game that, before Last of Us, that decided to have really constricted ammo. You know what I mean? I wouldn't say that. I think that every game is an inspiration of every other game. You know what I mean? And, like, even game developers talk about that. They'll talk about the games they played when they were younger and how that inspired the game they're making right now, So I wouldn't call it so much a copycat. I get what you're saying, but I think it's just more of like inspiration, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I think it's both. I think it's a little bit of both, in my opinion.
Well, your opinion's wrong.
Well, you're opinionated then.
I mean, I think I get what you're saying. I mean, sometimes they just take small aspects of games. Not even like a perfect example is Gears of War is a third-person shooter,
right?
And Gears of War 3, they have a survival mode called Horde mode. But what they did is they took aspects from other games like tower defense games, and they created Horde 2.0.
Yeah.
And basically, their original survival mode, there's fortress fortifying aspects they took. But yeah, anyways, that's a game I'm playing.
That's my point. Okay, well, that works for them. We can probably do it our own way.
Yeah.
Sometimes that happens. Even Titanfall has a mode like that as well.
Right,
yeah.
I think it's marked for death.
Push you into a river.
What's going on?
Anyways, so we actually have a lot of news again too.
We had asked Elvin what he's playing.
Elvin, what are you playing?
What do you want to talk about, Zach?
Monopoly.
Sounds good.
What properties do you usually trade for? Park Place? Boardwalk?
I don't do trades.
Okay.
I just build.
Okay.
So you play off stroke of luck. Roll the dice, whatever you get.
Yeah, right.
The game lasts too long, by the way.
Yeah,
With your grandma, always it lasts so long with your grandma. That's why my grandma's in Michigan. Not trying to play with her. Come on now.
Nah, there's ways to play Monopoly really quickly. By the way.
Now the fact that you said that's why she's in Michigan. What
she was put there.
Did you?
Yeah.
You were playing a game with her like
sure
6
was.
years ago?
No,
and
like
it just
16
took
years
too
ago.
long, and you just put her on a plane. You're like, Grandma, get out of here.
Yeah,
This is taking too long.
Southwest doesn't go to the Midwest.
Hey,
Let you know.
I have played a game.
Yes, you have. You played a few.
What game?
Not a few. Oh, did I?
You
Oh,
played,
Walking Dead, Season 1.
and you didn't care for it.
Well, I'll go on a little rant here. Me and my wife, we've been trying to find a co-op game. A couch game, right? That's what we call it, a couch
Diablo
game?
3 you should do. Go ahead.
No,
That's too much for her.
No,
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
not. It's really not.
simple as hell.
All right.
Well, I get what you're saying.
No, well, look. I looked at Diablo 3. I looked at the new Tomb Raider. And the
that's
loadouts
fun.
and all the different things. It's like too much for Stephanie. Like, we have to find something.
Stephani's his wife.
My wife, yeah.
That's not me.
Yeah, exactly.
My sister.
It's just got awkward.
Anyway,
Go ahead.
no. So the game that we played, the first game we ever played together, was a home run, dude.
Guacamelee. Yeah, that game's awesome.
Dude, it was a home run. We sat down, we played it all the way through, we finished it. But it set the standard so high for us, for what we could do together. That's a lot of fun. And we haven't been able to find anything like it. I bought Rayman Legends, dropped $60 on that.
But she didn't like that?
It's too cartoony, man.
Wait, hold on. Was it she had an issue with it, or you had an issue?
We both did.
Oh, that means one of them did, but they're married, so it's a
We
double
both
opinion.
together, exactly. No,
They're like,
what's wrong with
"Yes,
Rayman Legends?
We
is-
both are in pain.
Yeah, what's
Yes,
wrong with Rayman
we
Legends?
are both thirsty.
Are you done?
No, not yet.
Keep going.
Yes, we both want to play a game that's more serious.
Let's both eat popcorn.
Yeah.
All right. Anyways,
No, with Rayman Legends, no matter what you do, it doesn't feel like you could die. It doesn't feel like it at all. Like you jump, no matter where you fall, no matter what you do, you somehow end up where you have to be.
How long did you guys play for?
Probably about 2 or 3 hours in the game.
Okay, that's long enough. I loved it, but yeah, I mean,
Do you understand what I'm saying?
I mean,
like,
you feel like it's too easy and it's not punishing enough. It's not like there isn't enough on the line.
yeah, there isn't.
Because that's how Lego games are. Lego games are really cool, but you have infinite lives. And after a
Yeah.
while, like it's really cool, but then it's just not as fun because it's not. There's nothing intense about it at all.
My search for co-op games took me to Lego. I tried the Batman, or was it Batman? What's the demo on? On,
I think it's Lego Batman.
I think they literally have a demo for every
Lego Hobbit,
for every Lego game.
Anyway, really quick. So Zach recommended Walking Dead Season 1. Basically, I just wasted $15 on that. Thanks, Zach. Just like Titanfall. But anyway,
what was that?
All right, let's back up, everyone. Let's retreat. So I said, hey, you guys should try getting Walking Dead
as a co-op, and it's not even multiplayer.
He said, but why? I said, hey, it's a single-player game that's a lot like the TV shows that you guys watch, except for you get to interact. He's like, I'm Elvin. I'm stupid. Okay.
Yeah, I'm stupid.
And like...
You did say I'm stupid.
You did.
Yeah.
And I was like,
dude.
you guys will like this. And they tried like 5 minutes of the first episode and stopped playing.
No. We finished the first episode.
And you didn't like it.
Well, it's not something you can share together. Like I could,
How?
dude, I could sit there with a Diet Coke and sunflower seeds and play it all the way through and I'll enjoy it.
Because it's a single player game, right? That's
It's a single player.
It's not even a video game. It's an interactive... Okay.
No, but it's not interactive to both people. Like because
he wants.
I'll tell you what happened. A good example. We have to make a decision, right? And there's a timer. It's counting down. Like you have to make a decision.
Yeah.
1 out of 3 decisions, right? What are you going to do? Hey babe, what do you want to pick? Oh, I don't know. You pick. Which one do you want to pick? Automatically picked one. See, that doesn't work.
No.
Okay.
First of all...
Really?
How do you
First of
guys
all-
even eat meals? Like, what do you want to eat? I don't know, babe. What do you want
Seriously.
to
How
eat?
you guys
No, but it's
done.
but it's a you're playing
Who
a
wants
game,
to,
dude.
Who wants to feed the dog? I guess you can. What about you? No, I don't know. Let's get
Are you
cat.
hungry? Yeah, I'm hungry. What do you want
Anyway,
to get? What do you want?
if anybody has a recommendation for a co-op game,
Diablo 3.
No.
You're safe.
no,
Diablo 3
something-
is not that complex. The numbers might seem like jarring and overwhelming at first, but it's not. And then
It's
after
hack and
that,
slash. Hack and slash.
and then after that is Tomb Raider.
I think she'd get bored by that, but
also, no, it's
No,
not about
Stephanie
getting bored.
has the game, I think Deathbat, whatever it's called, the Avenged Sevenfold game on her
she-
mobile.
and she plays
If
it.
she can do that, she can definitely do Diablo 3.
Does she play it and enjoy it?
She downloaded it and she played 10 minutes of it. And,
Okay, yeah.
And it's sat there on the phone, so don't.
Yeah, I mean,
Reason why she stopped
Well,
playing.
you need to have a controller.
Alright.
The game, and like we're going through games. Like I think 1001 Spikes would be good, but there's like a ton of games that I think would be good. But the problem with Elvin is Elvin wants to play because he got this machine. He wants to play this visually astounding game that doesn't exist.
I want to play Contra. Okay, I want to play Contra, dude.
man, you know,
I want to play Double Dragon.
Get a Wii U.
Okay,
look, we're gonna let you borrow an Xbox 360 because there are a lot of games like
Contra's on
Guacamelee
Wii
that
U.
we could get.
PS4. I showed him Resogun and Dead Nation. He was like, "This
That
is
looked
what
good.
I like." But anyways, I like the game. I think he needs to get next. And Brandon, I don't know if you've played. It's like an indie game. It's like a really like.
I don't trust
niche.
anything you say, Zach.
Is How to Survive a Storm or whatever. It has a really weird name.
How to Survive?
Storm Warning Edition.
I know how to survive a storm.
It's cool. I mean,
I built a shed.
it is cool, but I feel like I said, it's like that. She needs some more platforming. Like, yeah. I mean,
I'm telling you, man. If you guys just take the leap, it's not even a leap. Diablo 3 is simple and fun.
I think he'd like it. But I think
You both can level up together and just kick ass.
I think what.
Was that a sexual reference?
Level, yeah.
I think
don't know.
Castle.
Yeah.
I think she'd like.
Castle Crashers.
Yeah.
That's no.
She-
I'm saying this level up together, kill zombies, kill demons, and just keep going.
So you want me to level up with your sister?
No, I don't
right,
want you to
guys.
level my sister.
All right, guys. This has gone on long enough.
I'm trying to help.
There's
this
some
guy.
360 games I can refer you. Some there's Castle Crashers, Battle Block Theater. We'll figure it out. But I'll let you borrow a 360.
To end. This is the most I think I've ever talked in this podcast. To end my part of it, I'll take any recommendations after the podcast, and you show me, and I will dismiss them. Is that good?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Whatever's next.
Nintendo Direct,
I think
right?
No, I think that was it. I think we're done. No, actually, before Nintendo Direct, we're going to talk about our Pixar Game of the Year.
Game of the year.
Game of the Year for 2014.
What, do we have like a song or a rap? Could we do something?
Game of the Year. It's the Game of the Year. 365. It's the Game of the Year. 365. It's the Game of the
Go Bunyan.
Dubstep drop.
Go Bunyan. Oh, you messed it up. No, stop. Bunyan.
Hey, that was so good for not being choreographed.
But Bunyan came in and...
I want the dubstep drop.
My mouth is like a drummer. I can go to any rap you say.
All right.
You
That
say
was
any rap you
weird.
say.
So instead of doing a long, drawn-out award podcast, we are going to talk about our number one game of the year and a runner-up. Who would like to start?
With their own individual game of the year.
Yes.
And their own individual runner-up.
Or do you any more information you want to elaborate on over there, Elvin?
Game of the year, Walking Dead Season 1. Thanks, Zach.
That didn't even come out last year.
That came out in like
2013.
06.
I don't care.
So-
Yeah, that's
right.
1991.
Who's first? Game of the year, who's first?
NBA 2K14. No, it was not that game. You know what? I played a lot of games in 2014.
Okay. If you're gonna do this whole like, you know what, man? Let me tell you about video game. Video game started with the word V or letter V.
I
You know what's the
remember-
thing about V?
I remember when I was 5 years old.
Back in my day,
First time I saw a video game console, I looked at my mom and I said, "That's what I need to do for my life."
I remember the first time I saw a video game console. I looked at my mom and said, "Hey, that's a weird VHS box."
you know, dude, it's a lot easier for us to pick which category was the best in.
Why did you take a pause after cat? You said,
Cat
it's a lot
award.
easier for us to say cat.
I did that?
Yes.
Yeah,
you
no,
said,
I've been
you
drinking
said
too much.
it
I
would
don't
be
know.
a lot more weird if we did a cat. Is it? Oh, I thought that was the rest
I
of the
didn't
word.
realize cat was in that word until you just said it right now.
Seriously,
Man,
right?
It's all
there's
good,
a
though.
lot of words with in between words that are inside the same word.
Aaron, you realize that you make less sense.
My sense is pretty damn
Yeah.
glowing in my head.
Yeah. Hey, well, did you know race car is race car backwards? That just drives me insane.
So is civic and
It is!
and
How did that
racing.
happen?
You know, I don't know how that did. That's pretty awesome.
Who's the character in Anchorman?
Brick.
You're Brick, Aaron.
Brick Tamlin. something
Brick
like that.
gets a girlfriend in Anchorman 2, and I think
Spoiler
he does
alert.
things to her. So, I will say this.
Okay, if you're gonna
Game of the year, bro.
I guess my best experience with the game of the year happened over a bottle of vodka and some marshmallow treats.
Could I punch him with this end?
please, Aaron, for the love of God,
Game of the year.
what is your game of the
It's
year?
such a hard choice to pick. You go first.
What?
I'll go.
All of
Okay.
that? Okay,
I will go.
Game of the year.
Bunyan will go.
My number one game of the year.
Or
Zach,
not.
what's
And
your
I'm
game of the
gonna
year?
I'm gonna make this super quick, just to set the precedent for how this should go. Instead of Aaron being, yeah, man. So anyways, game of the year is Shadow of Mordor. Why? Because Assassin's Creed has been trying for a long, long time to make a good open world game that focuses on melee but also stealth, and they have not quite hit their mark. The only flaw I found with Shadow of Mordor is the lack of like real storyline. I mean, there's a storyline there. I just don't understand it. And like I've talked to a lot of people, and I don't know if it's something you have to read like a lot of the Lord of the Rings books to understand. And I'm very familiar with Lord of the Rings.
Oh, do
but
you speak Elvish?
I speak Elven.
Okay.
Hey, because that's your
That's
name.
so funny.
But gameplay wise, like it's kind of insane because a lot of these open world games have like stupid, like so many things for you to do. Like, hey,
Yeah.
collect blast shards in Infamous. Collect song sheets in Assassin's Creed. At no point in Shadow, not plural, of Mordor, did I feel like I was just collecting stuff. Like it was fun, it was cool, and like I've never had a game that did that for me.
Yeah, two of my closest friends agree with you on that. Definitely.
I'm glad they're close friends. You have good people protecting you.
They're all right.
But like, but it's so good, and the game it's crazy because to me that is such what I just said is such a huge point as to why I think it's such a great game. But that's excluding the Nemesis system. The Nemesis system is like groundbreaking stuff.
It is.
Like, I talked about this before on the podcast, but I will reiterate very shortly, is that the Nemesis system really does create like artificial nemesis or
Yeah.
nemesi. I don't know, is the plural for nemesis.
Nemesis.
Nemesis. I think you're thinking of
Well,
nemesis.
Aaron's a wordsmith. You might want to ask him.
I know it's actually nemology, but but the thing is like if I get beat by a boss in a game
Right.
and I die and I beat him again or I fight him again and I get beat by him again, I'm like oh, this is annoying. Like it's not like, oh, this boss is sure my nemesis, but there will be
Yeah.
times in Shadow of Mordor
Don't
where
lose.
like I'll fight somebody and I'm about to kill him and then he gets the upper hand and he's about to kill me. And then he's like, it's like an orc because that's how Nemesis system works. He's like, you know what? You're going to live with this and walk off. And I'm like, how dare you? And then like,
Awesome.
I would go through so much trouble to find this dude again. And then he beat me again. He's like, oh, you want another shot, do you?
Yeah,
And then we'll
that's-
fight.
that's so awesome.
And then he'll beat me again. He's like, still not strong enough. And I'm like, I don't care. I don't care that I have work in 30 minutes. I'm gonna teach this guy. And the thing that's so good is like
The music right before you fight him, like a boss is coming. That's pretty awesome.
Like I said, that game is the game of the year in my opinion. Like one of the coolest things, there was like a dude I was fighting specifically. He was like an archer, and like he would always shoot me from afar. And then like I don't remember his name because they're really over the top names. Like I was like beating him and I almost killed him. And then he like grabbed me and threw me away. He's like, "Hey, I'll catch you next time." And he ran off.
Yeah.
But this is after I already did a decent amount of damage on him. And then like I found him later and his like face is all stitched up. And he's like, "Oh, you want to try again, do you?" And then like I'd fight
That's
him
so
again.
cool. That's so cool.
I'd fight him again, and then he would escape again, and then next time he has like a metal patch.
Yeah,
and
'cause
his
he's trying to heal.
Yeah, well, not that he's starting to heal. It's just that he's
No,
like,
he's
"Hey,
trying
man,
to
this dude
make up.
smacked the crap out of me.
Yeah.
I gotta figure it out." And that whole system is just so good, and it's like it's such like a I would love to see this in every video game type thing. Like imagine if you were playing Grand Theft Auto 5. There's mobsters.
Yeah.
There's the I can't remember the names of all the gangs in Grand Theft Auto 5. There's different people affiliated differently.
there is.
Imagine if they had that type of system in there. That would be so cool.
That's the future of gaming.
Imagine Assassin's Creed. Imagine just about every possible game you can think of. Like there's no game that doesn't benefit from that system. It is truly amazing.
Yeah, and one of the great things about games like this is how well it can surprise you. How well it was. It wasn't marketed well. I mean, it wasn't. You know,
it wasn't at all.
It was just a game. Oh, and, Lord of the Rings game. Okay, that's cool. And then it caught everybody by storm. And this is another reason why it's Game of the Year in Zach's view is that it kind of feels like Assassin's Creed, but it has a lot of Batman Arkham Asylum in it. The way his Batman fights. It has a lot of his. It takes a little bit from that, a little bit from that, and it just adds so much to the story. It's really an amazing game.
Yeah. So, Elvin, I'm looking at you. I'm going to make this quick, but Batman Arkham Asylum started this whole, and I don't think it started, it made it popular, this whole style of combat. Where you could punch people, and when someone's about to hit you, you can press a button to counter them.
Yep.
And that's kind of it. And a lot of games in the Sleeping Dogs, pretty good game. I actually liked it a lot. Same thing. Anytime you're in a melee fight, it's the same thing. You punch somebody, then when you feel like they're about to punch you, you wait.
Yeah.
There's a button that flashes above your head, you press it, you counter.
Yeah.
That's cool. And that has been like the standard in the industry for the last like 5 years.
Right.
But this game really ups the ante because like one of the orcs you're trying to kill, like one of the specific orcs in the Nemesis system might be like, hey, immune to range or immune to melee finishers. So I might like try to counter him and he'll catch my arm and throw me back and make me look stupid in front of my friends.
You already look stupid.
Man, I'm getting tired of your stuff. But anyways,
Well, just like what was the Assassin's Creed I played?
you played two.
GOTY.
You played one briefly. So you
The
played
one on the ship.
Black
There's-
Flag.
Flag.
No, there's many on a ship.
I started in an opera house, and then
Freedom
I
Cry?
ended up on the ship.
All right,
on
that
the
was
ship.
Black Flag. That was Black Flag.
Yeah, well, that's the first time I ever saw that, where it has the counters and all that stuff. So that was really
Yeah,
cool.
no, it's a thing now. But that's my game of the year. Runner up, like honestly, I want to say Dragon Age Inquisition, but I can't because I haven't finished it yet. Even though I put plenty of time in it, I would probably have to say. Now, a lot of people are going to disagree with me on this,
I don't agree.
but Rogue Legacy. It was on PC 2 years ago. It was an indie.
Right.
It was on PC 2 years ago, and it's an indie. But they brought it to the PS4 and PS3 and Vita, and it just kind of feels like at home there. Like the controls work great. And I've mentioned several times that I'm a huge fan of like the Metroidvania games, and this is like the most perfect one. And the problem with a lot of just Castlevania games, if you just want to simple it down, the problem with a lot of the Castlevania game, the ones that involved the leveling up, it was more novelty than anything because, like in Castlevania Symphony of the Night, if I was having trouble on a boss, right, and I thought, hey, I will go train and grind and kill a lot of people and level up several times, it really didn't change anything. It was more just like, hey, look, you're leveling up. That's cool. But this, you really feel it, and this is just like, I can't explain. Like, that was probably the most addicting game of 2015 or 2014 for me. Like, I was really stuck on it. And like I said, it came out the year before on PC, but it just feels really at home on the PlayStation platforms. Aaron, what's yours, or would you like me to go to Bunyan?
Go to Bunyan.
Wait, is Aaron trying to steal the thunder? Like, is he waiting?
I think so.
I'm not trying to steal the thunder. I mean, I played numerous amounts of games last year, and it's so hard for me to even give. I can be politically correct and say I can say Dragon Age Inquisition because like 9 out of 10 other video game sites you read about. Oh yeah,
wait, are you
not
about
true.
to? Oh, hold on,
Not
are you
true.
announcing your game of the year now? Or are you waiting?
No, I'm
for
not
Bunyan?
announcing it right now. I'm just saying
so
I can say Dragon Age Inquisition and be done with it. You know.
No, before
not gonna do it.
Aaron goes to like this 30-minute story about stupid nonsense.
So here's the thing about dragons.
Yeah.
No,
All
go ahead.
right.
I like. Go ahead.
I guess my game of the year is going to have to be Smash Brothers. I mean, it's just a lot of fun, lots of unlockables, so much to do. I mean, play online. Me and my friend could play online against other people. I mean, you could play every mode co-op. I mean, just a lot of fun, and that's probably what I put the most time on. And then if I had a second game, it'd probably be Mario Kart 8 because I had a lot of fun with that too. I mean, sorry, Zach.
I like Mario Kart, and they're still adding DLC for it. And online isn't crazy. Online competition in Mario Kart 8 is some of the craziest competition we've ever played in a video game.
Awesome. And then the new tracks. I mean, what was it? Was it $12 for the tracks?
You get $12 for both DLCs. One's already came out. Another one comes out in May.
Hey, could I pull a scab out of this whole thing? Well, didn't you give Mario Kart a bad review, Zach?
Me?
No, the other Zach.
Oh, okay, all right, good. I thought you were talking about me.
No, you.
Yeah, I think I was under reviewed, but it's all good.
So I will say this forever. Is that, and I mean, like, I'm gonna make this quick because Elvin's just trying to start chaos. We haven't even talked about the news, and there's a lot, but racing games, like fighting games, are very hard to make because with racing games, you're either appealing to like the people who like Sims and really realistic racing games, i.e., Gran Turismo, Forza, yeah, or you appeal to the more arcadey. Now, for me, I'm not big on racing games that are like, hey, if you make a quicker turn, that's how you get an advantage. I like the idea of having some type of offensive measure, i.e., weapons. But the problem with that is that if you have a game like Mario Kart, offensive measures don't become offensive measures. They just screw over somebody. Like, I was watching Brandon play because I don't play this game anymore because I like.
Who's Brandon?
I was watching a friend of mine play, and he was driving, and he was like, "Hey man, I'm doing okay. And then he got hit by a shell, and he was like, "Oh man, no, just a red shell." He's like, "Oh man, that's gonna set me back." And he was in first place. And then he got hit by another red shell. And he was like, what's going on?
Now he's in fourth place.
And then he got hit by another red shell. And I was like, this is unbelievable. Then he got hit by a green shell. Then someone drove into him with a star, and he was in 8th place. Now, here's the thing that I don't think anybody can quite just grasp and think about. Is this dude made perfect turns. He did everything he was supposed to do. But it wasn't enough because fortune wasn't on his side.
Right.
That's why I don't like that game.
Well, correct me if I'm wrong, Bunyan, but it sounds like Zach just sucks at that game. And he doesn't appreciate it because he sucks.
I mean, I suck too. I mean, I used to be good at the old Mario Kart games, but yeah, I mean,
Well, it's your game of the year, though, right?
Yeah. I still love it. It's still fun. I mean, I think one of the funnest. I mean, he's totally right. I mean, there's a huge. I mean, that's Nintendo games in general. They're not about balance really at all. I mean, like if you really look at almost all the games, almost none of them have balance. Like anyone can pick up and play and win most of them. I mean, I think it's just fun because almost no matter what, you could pick it up and someone who doesn't know anything about games would pick it up and actually be somewhat successful. And it's fun. I mean, it's fun for that reason. And also it's fun because, I mean, for the first time now, you know, they have replays. You watch replays, and it's super funny because I guess you just never really see the characters' faces up close when they get hit. But now you actually see that, like, the way, like,
Luigi.
I mean, yeah, Luigi, the death stare. I mean, it's hilarious. It's
pretty cool.
Yeah, they actually really feel alive now. The characters, they feel like characters now with all the little emotions they have, and the expressions in their face, they truly feel alive now. So I mean, and it makes the race more intense and personal. But I mean, yeah, it's a hard game, and yeah, it's not balanced because Nintendo hasn't made a balanced game ever. They're just not really great at balance. They're not.
Nope.
Yeah, I mean, Mario Party is a perfect example of it. But
Diddy from Smash Brothers.
Oh yeah, but
No. Look, think about Mario Kart 8. It's all about knowing the track, knowing when to turn, knowing when to drift, and then luck. Okay, if you have those two things on your side, you're gonna win
it's
that
about
match.
luck.
No, half luck, half knowing the track, half knowing when to drift and all that. What happened to Brandon seems like it can happen.
Who's Brandon?
The guy in the story.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah. Yeah, and so that can happen. And, man, when that does happen, that really, really sucks. And in Mario Kart, it's never really a good idea to be first place the whole time because you'll end up with nothing but bananas. And, and then people will end up with shells. They'll end up with, blue shells, green shells. They'll end up with anything they can to combat that because if you're in sixth place, you have a great shot to win first place in Mario Kart. There's always that variable there. But most of the times when you're first place, you most likely will win that match. But it has a lot to do with luck. And and so I think when that happened to you, that's probably that wasn't online, was it?
no.
Yeah. So yeah, definitely, I agree with that.
Okay, so for the love of God, Aaron, what's your game of the year?
I wasn't impressed with any games last year.
Well, that's the end of that. Let's move on to news, Zach.
All right.
No.
So Nintendo.
No, dude. First of all,
Oh, my God.
I'm going to say this right now. Okay, look, Shovel Knight was fantastic. I love Shovel Knight. I can definitely call that game of the year. And you know what? I'll just put it out there.
But you're not going to, right?
There were so many damn letdowns last year, man. So many. Come on, somebody has to say it. Can somebody say this? Remember, there were so many damn letdowns last year. Come on now, man.
Yeah.
2013 destroyed 2014, in my opinion.
Yeah.
You had The Last of Us and Grand Theft Auto 5 kills every game that came out in 2014. That's just my opinion.
That's pretty accurate.
Last
in
of
my
Us
opinion.
and Grand Theft Auto 5 kills every game in 2014. That's just my freaking opinion. All right, saying like that.
So when I said game of the year,
I'm so confused. I don't know.
when
what
I
game
was
it-
like, "Hey, what's your game
But,
of the year?"
okay.
or was I like, "Can you recap the entire year?" Well, it started out at this party.
I'm going to say Mordor.
You really? You're
I have
copying
to.
Zach?
No. You have to put in. You have to give some game of the year in 2014. Okay, I would have said Master Chief Collection had it worked properly, but those games came out a long time ago. I would have said Destiny. Destiny was fun for what it's worth. Had a lot of holes in it. Okay, I would have said Call of Duty, but that's to me it's kind of trash right now until Havoc DLC comes out and we have to play the Nazis.
It wasn't
Nazi zombies.
Titanfall 2014?
Yes.
I like Titanfall a lot. And it's one of my favorite games I ever played. I like Titanfall, but it had no campaign. Well, it technically had a campaign, but you know what I mean. These games all had holes. They were not satisfying at all. All right? And so, but for 2014, I'll agree with Zach. It's Shadow of Mordor. And I'll say that, and that's all I'm going to say.
What's your runner-up?
Yeah, that was actually part of the whole thing. Is there's a runner-up.
I was disappointed with 2014. It sucked. But
So
but honestly to me, Wii U won. More games on,
once again,
I don't care. Wii U won those games on Wii U. It was a great year for Wii U. What am I supposed to say here, dude?
the second game.
The second game. Look,
if you can
how
only
about
keep
this?
two games,
Shovel Knight. I'll put Shovel Knight
yeah,
right there.
that's
Shovel
perfect.
Knight was fantastic. I love Shovel Knight.
God.
so hard.
I got a vent though, dude.
What's your favorite game?
Diablo 3 came out in 2013.
It was a meatball sub.
Did Diablo
from
3 come out in
Subway.
2013 as well?
2012,
Diablo
actually.
3?
Was it 12 or 13?
Well, the PS4 version technically did, but it's more of like a remake with like a couple things on. But Diablo 3 originally came out in 2012.
Yeah, it was,
Okay,
it was
12.
like May 20-something.
But the remasters, if you ever want to, if there's people out there that consider games that are remastered that came out last year, of course, you know, I got to go with Grand Theft Auto 5 again and Diablo 3. That was fantastic. But those games, again, kill any game in 2014. That's just my opinion.
Okay. Thank you for making that easy.
No, E3 lied to us. Go ahead.
Okay.
I'm sorry, dude. I put it out there.
You know what? Like, I don't know why I'm entertaining this. How did E3 lie to us?
I was so pumped up. When they pumped you
Let
up...
me ask that question again. How did E3 lie to us?
Because all the games that we got... Okay. I know what you're saying. E3 is... the announcements at E3, they were correct. You know, all the games that were coming out. That's great and all that. But I just felt I should have expected a lot more and got a lot more from the video games that came out in 2014 from what I read in E3.
Aaron, I love you. But
right.
what are you talking about?
I'm just saying...
You said you felt that you should have liked a lot more. Like, what?
I think what he was trying to say is that E3 made 2014 like it was going to be a great year for games, and he didn't think it was...
No, I agree. There's a lot of disappointments. I think Assassin's Creed
Bunyan.
Unity wasn't good. I think, obviously, Master Chief Collection didn't do what it was supposed to. I think, even though this wasn't E3, it was E3 before, I think Titanfall... And it's funny, because I actually did a post about this. You guys can check in our blog section, is that I think that Titanfall...
Got better.
Titanfall started out... And Titanfall still to this day. And I will say this, Elvin, you know I liked Halo, I liked Call of Duty, I liked it all.
And Destiny.
But I think on a sheer gameplay perspective,
Yep.
there is no first-person shooter that trumps Titanfall. Titanfall is a fantastic game technically, but like
It was still empty.
there was an assault rifle gun. There was an automatic assault rifle gun. There was one.
Spitfire, all those.
Yeah, there was just like a lot of really like they didn't pump much into it. They focused on the mechanics so much that made the mechanics fantastic. But I mean, like I said, you guys can read more about
It was
this.
also online
on our
only
site.
game too. It was an online only game.
Yeah,
next one's gonna be amazing.
It's just like they built on it. They really did build on it, and making the inevitable Titanfall 2 probably going to be an amazing game.
I agree with that.
If the
I agree
servers
with that.
hold like they did for this game in Titanfall 2, it's going to destroy
Seriously,
everything.
right? Yeah. But anyways, thank you guys all for spending 9.5 hours explaining. Not even
welcome.
you.
Yes.
Oh, it's just Aaron. Forget Aaron.
Gotta love me.
I don't
not really.
have to. All right, we're going to transition to the news because this has been a relatively big news. If you're trying to
was
make
that,
I don't know. I think he's trying to make it a thing.
The news?
That's your
Dude,
turtle.
I can't wait for this podcast to be over so I can listen back to our rap. What rap was that? Oh, that's the game of the year, right?
Game. No, I'm not going to do it again. I'm not going to succumb to your
No.
your temptation.
I don't want to hear Brandon's attempt at dubstep. It was like,
He's like, okay, guys, I'm going to do the.
You just did every dubstep song right now.
I'm going to do.
no, but you don't sound right, dude. You don't do it well. Stick to cutting trees, Bunyan.
All right.
So, are we going to start with the news, or do you guys want to keep going?
News. Let's do news.
All right. So, yesterday, there was a Nintendo Direct. And this Nintendo Direct focused on, and they said this ahead of time, is that it was going to focus on games for the Wii U and 3DS, but specifically in spring of 2015. So we're not talking Zelda, we're not talking like the big name games that are going to come out in fall. So they started out with a new Fire Emblem for 3DS. You guys seem excited.
Nah.
As I said, Nintendo Direct, you guys
Seriously,
both pulled
you got
out
really
your phone.
quiet.
They're like, Nintendo Direct. So, Fire Emblem is actually an amazing strategy game, strategy RPG, and specifically, this one, interestingly enough, it kind of like deviates from the storyline totally. It has the same schematic, like the whole, hey, you can make some choices, same like, I think they didn't talk about this, rock, paper, scissors type thing where it's like, swords are vulnerable to this, but axes are vulnerable to this. Yeah, they showed like a cutscene and they showed a little bit of gameplay footage of it. Looks pretty cool, but they didn't say much about it. What do you guys think of Fire Emblem? All right, cool.
All right.
I'll just mess with you. I'm about to go ahead, Aaron.
You know, it's a game that's going to come out, and hopefully, you know, it's good.
You like honestly? Have you ever played? Have you ever played a Fire Emblem game?
I have not, bro.
This got really bad really quick.
I would ask myself that question because I don't know what I'd say.
Aaron, what are you talking about?
I don't know, man.
Let me ask this again. Have you, just yes or no, have you ever tried a Fire Emblem game?
Sometimes. Okay. No, I have not, sir.
Would you be willing to?
I don't think I would.
Okay.
Wait. You know
Whatever.
what? If
Look,
you entice me into...
No, I'm not going to entice you to anything.
Sublimination?
I've played low key, not even low key. My main love for video games comes from strategy RPGs. Brandon knows this. I played a game called Tactic Ogres when I was in 4th grade. I put 220 hours on it. Most I've ever put on a non-online RPG. I loved that game, and it's such a it's like the most flawless game type, and that's what Fire Emblem is. Fire Emblem is a lot more demanding, and Fire Emblem is a lot more heavy emphasis. But the idea that they're making more of this game that started out in Japan and didn't make its way to the West Coast until Game Boy Advance, I like it. Yeah. And they're deviating from like I said, they're not going to do the whole typical Marth and Roy type stuff. It looks like it's a totally new story, but I'm down for that. Okay.
What says you, Brandon?
I
mean, Bunyan.
Yeah, Bunyan, sure.
Good. I think it looks really cool. The only thing I'm worried is, I don't know. I know they used to have permadeath in lots of those games.
I think you can disable it. I can't be sure. I didn't play Awakening, the last one. We're gonna talk about this, but when the new 3DS comes out, I'm totally gonna plunge into the old to the 3DS Fire Emblem.
I like those games. I just don't like permadeath. I hate so much the idea of leveling up a character. So permadeath, Aaron, you know what permadeath is, right?
Once you die, that's it. So
Permanent death.
Yeah.
Thank you for.
Yeah.
I didn't think you said the word permanent.
That brilliant usage of word association.
Yeah, permanent, deadly, dead. You're dead, man.
Yeah.
Or you could just have said permanent and death. But we'll take that as well.
Yeah, you don't live after that. Go ahead.
So some of those games, you have the army, you have your unit, a group of people, and in some of these games, generally, when your character dies, especially like an RPG, you die, you just bring them back, use a Phoenix Down, revive, or something like that to bring them back, or they come back. And some of these games, though, when your characters die, they're gone, they're done. So all the effort you put them to leveling up and all that stuff, and abilities, items, they're gone.
Like Rogue Legacy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Except there's just Rogue Legacy. You could get gold. You could bring on the next character.
Rogue Legacy is not a strategy RPG. So the difference is in Rogue Legacy you die. I mean it's a totally different game. But just to reemphasize the thing of permadeath you have an army you're leading.
Yeah.
And if one of your characters dies, like some RPGs, I played Disgaea. In Disgaea, if your character dies when the match is over, you can go and re-heal, and your character comes back.
Nah.
Permadeath is if your character dies, he or she is dead. There's no getting him back.
Yeah.
Now, that's how it was in Fire Emblem for GBA. I have not played the 3DS or the Wii version, but that's how it was originally. So that's that.
Yeah, so it's been a while, but I mean, if it doesn't have that in it, then I'll be really excited because I've heard recently that they may not have permadeath.
Yeah, I think that was the case with the last one.
I have to check it out for myself.
Anyways, next thing they announced was a game called Puzzles and Dragons.
Ooh.
Z.
That sounds like an indie band on K-Rock. Puzzles and Dragons.
It is.
Imagine Dragons?
That's actually exactly what it is.
That's what it is. Yeah.
No, so Puzzles and Dragons is apparently it's a match 3 RPG. If you guys don't know what a match 3 is, it's like Candy Crush. It's pretty much you have a screen of different icons. They're all different colors. You match 3 of one color or 3 or more, almost like Bust the Move. And then you burst that, and then
because 4 or more is always connect 4.
Well, you can still connect 4 or more. It's just 3 is the starting line. Anyways, so you connect 3 or more, and then you do like a move. So it's like that plus RPG elements. And everyone was like, "Oh, that's cool." And they announced like directly after is a Mario Brothers edition. So it's the same game, but it's in like Mario Brother ways. So instead of having like red icons, it might be like mushrooms. And instead of the storyline being like slaying a king, slaying like an evil king, or slaying dragons, it is very much a Mario storyline. So they announced that, and those two are both coming together, and that is going to be on 3DS. Next thing they announced was Pokemon Shuffle, which is also a match 3 puzzle game, and that's going to be free to play on 3DS.
Nice.
And it suffers from the typical free to play nonsense where like you can do a game, you could do another game, you could do another game, but you have like stamina. Where like you do enough games, they're like, oh, okay, well you need to wait an hour for your stamina to recharge before you do another one, or you can pay to. So it's like a typical free to play game.
I'm not really fond of free to play games, actually.
I mean, there are some good ones, but
You
like
play Warframe?
Yeah, Warframe is a perfect example. Is Warframe, you can unlock every single thing in Warframe by just playing.
Yeah.
But this like Pokemon Shuffle is after you play a certain amount, you have to wait. You have to take like pauses. You have to take like X amount of time for your stamina to recover. So that's the thing I'm not too big on. Next thing I announced, which Aaron's excited about, but I'm not. They said Super Mario Galaxy 2, Punch Out, and Metroid Trilogy, which are all Wii games, are coming to the Wii U eShop.
They're not remastered or anything like that, so people need to know that. They're just pretty much, instead of going to the Wii menu when you put the game into your Wii U, they'll be able to just play just right from there. Play the game. It's not remastered. I mean, people are hoping that these games someday will be remastered, but now that they're giving it to you right now for $10 for this week, next week it'll be $20. It kind of seems like if they were to do a remaster of that, it won't happen. It may not ever happen.
It's not going to happen for a while.
And if anything, they should just go straight to Super Mario Galaxy 3 for Wii U.
Yeah. So here's the thing: is what Aaron was saying is that the games come at normal price, but the first week that they are available, they're half the price. So Super Mario Galaxy 2 is now available, so that's half price for the remainder of this week. Punch Out comes out the 22nd, which will be half price for that week.
Yeah.
And then Metroid Trilogy comes out January 29th.
What's the price?
I think they're all $10.
I think they're all 20, but they're $10.
Oh, that's. I mean,
but I don't know for sure. I didn't look at the prices.
I think Metro Trilogy for $10. That's a great deal. Fantastic deal.
The problem is the Metroid Trilogy has Metroid Primes 1, 2, and 3 in them, and why would you want any of those games?
Metro Prime is one of the greatest games that ever worked for GameCube.
I love Metroid Prime 1 and I love 3. 2 was like the Twilight Princess. Like you ever played Twilight Princess? I hated it.
I know what you mean.
It's like, yeah, that's the game that turned me off. I used to love Zelda until that game. That one turned me off. Just going back and forth between like the light and dark stuff. I mean, I know. I mean, it was just too much. It was too gimmicky of me, and that's what Metroid Prime did. And the worst thing is when you're like in the dark world, you like died everywhere you're at. You had to like go inside these bubbles and stuff. So, yeah. Yeah,
so my whole thing is, I mean, like, I just don't like the 3D Metroids. I think all the Metroid Primes were like, and I've tried them all. It's just like, like I'm just not liking what they're doing. But anyways, the fact of the matter is that they're putting these games on the Wii U eShop, and like I like it's cute.
Sounds like you said a weed shop.
Wii U eShop.
Okay, got it.
They call it eShop, yeah.
The thing is, it's cute because in Nintendo fashion, they try to explain the technology behind it. They're like, what we did is we used a Wii U program in order to run. It's like, I don't care. Like, this should have been taken care of ahead of time, but whatever. So now they're insinuating that now, from this point on, they're probably going to bring Wii U games to the Wii games to the Wii U.
It sounds like they're going to do it almost every week.
I mean, well, for now,
but
like
you can't trust Nintendo to do that.
This promo is like that, but it's probably not going to be the case because with Virtual Console, they said, "Hey, Virtual Console is going to happen." It didn't. So
there was points like it was every week for a while, which is good. And then there's I mean, first there's such a huge library of games. I mean, they have I mean, if you really
There's a lot of Wii games. I know that. For
yeah,
sure.
I mean, if you think about just a virtual console, though, if you really think about it, they could have had like a new game every week for like 10 years without hitting every game, you know?
Yep.
But
way longer than that.
yeah. I mean, they have so many games, but yeah, it was supposed to be every weekend. For a while, they did it, and then eventually it kind of got more, and then eventually it was like months. Like it was like there's like a game every 3 months or so. I mean, technically, shouldn't they still be adding games to that right
I wonder,
now?
in Nintendo's history, I wonder how many games they've made.
Well, I know for
Like, I mean, since Nintendo, I wonder how many games they've actually
I could tell you how many 64 games they have. You know, it's funny. I looked back, right? I remember an issue with the 64 was like, man, there wasn't that many games. Like, I remember I had 64, and my friend Eric had he had PlayStation, right?
Shouts out to Eric.
Yeah, what's up, Eric? What do you call it? I remember there's always be more PlayStation games coming out. Like, man, you have to wait so long for a 64 game to come out, right? Okay, do you want to know how many? Okay, guess how many PlayStation games there were.
3.
Guess how?
For PlayStation 1?
Yeah, PlayStation 1. Guess how many?
What you had the first year? Or the,
Yeah. Play just in general, the entire lifespan of the system. Like, guess how many PlayStation?
lifespan? Maybe 500?
It was like 992, right?
Wow.
Guess how many 64 games there were?
100.
296.
Oh, wow.
That's pretty. I mean, Dawn, there were some really good 64 games, but man, that's pretty crazy, right? You're like,
Don't mention Superman. That game is horrible.
oh yeah, that was terrible. But that's pretty. Can you imagine? That's pretty frustrating from a consumer point of view,
Pretty
right?
bad, yeah.
It's like, I mean, literally, you have a less than a third amount of the games. I mean, like, you get a game, and then your friend gets 3. That's pretty much it. That's pretty much what it is. Every time you get a game, your friend gets 3.
Yeah. I still, around that time, Nintendo 64 was still the better, to me, in my opinion, was the most funner system to own.
I mean,
That was a system, right?
It had some really cool stuff, but like, I mean, if you think the idea that PlayStation had a lot of JRPGs, and RPGs last so long, you think about most of them like 40, 50 hour games, you know? I mean, yeah, but
you had the GoldenEye, the Mario Karts. I mean, that was
yeah. I mean, those
almost every kid you knew had a Nintendo 64.
Yeah, those are some of the greatest games ever. But
Yeah.
but anyway.
All right.
Moving on.
I guess so.
You didn't answer my question, but...
What was the question?
Well, actually, it wasn't a question, was it? I just said I wonder how many games Nintendo has.
Oh, okay. So,
All right.
Is that dental floss hanging from your mouth?
Yes.
All right.
He's flossing.
All right.
yeah.
He's flossed on
I like
y'all.
to keep clean.
Anyways, next thing they announced, they showed, or it wasn't much of an announcement. They showed Kirby and the Rainbow Curse gameplay, which is just what you think it is. It's a Kirby game.
It's awesome.
Use a gamepad.
Sounds
to draw.
so excited.
I mean, I don't.
It's a Kirby game.
You don't really get excited for Kirby games.
It's for the Wii. I mean,
Actually,
Kirby's pretty cool though.
Kirby's awesome,
That's
but I
for
just
Wii
don't.
U, right?
I just don't like this experimental stuff. So it's like you draw like it feels like a mobile game to me. You like draw lines, and then that dictates where Kirby goes. Kirby's just
I
rolling
didn't
it all.
realize that.
It's almost like an infinite runner or endless runner.
Yeah, I didn't
And
realize
but
that.
they showed more gameplay. I mean, it looks cool, but it's just like it feels like it's gonna be. It should be like a $20 downloadable game, if even that. They showed and they focus a lot on amiibos in this, or amiibo in this presentation, which I'm really not going to focus on. But for that specifically, use different amiibo, and different amiibo give different buffs or like temporarily power ups. Like one might make it so Kirby runs faster. One might make it so when Kirby is like going across his lines, he like breaks through walls and stuff like that. They also talked about 11 new amiibo coming in February. All Smash Brothers characters.
Do you own an amiibo yet?
No, I never will.
All right.
And I'll
Good job, Nintendo.
I'll go in a little further to that. Is they're talking about they are actually, because Mario Party 10 is coming out, I believe, in May. They talked about
It's
their
March, I think.
Okay, it's in March. Feel
Can't
better.
wait. March 29. I can't
I'm
wait.
actually- yeah, no, I'm actually really excited for Mario Party 10 too. But they were saying with that they're launching a new line of amiibo, and it's going to be called the Mario Brothers amiibo line, which is like really, they're making amiibo for ones that already exist, but they're like it's specifically catered to Mario Brothers.
Cha-ching.
I mean,
Mario Party.
are they doing well? Because I
don't know. That's a good question.
A lot of people I talked to that own amiibos, they just can't stop collecting them. They want to keep getting more and more and more. So, I don't know.
Yeah, but
Cha-ching.
that makes them toys, not
Collectibles,
amiibo.
kind of.
Yeah, collectibles. They don't serve their purpose.
How much are they?
Like 11
$12
bucks.
$12 a pop. I think.
Oh, that's not that bad.
But here's the issue, and this is where, and this is the theme. Like, I'm not going to rant too much because we've already gone to 7 hours on this podcast.
Yeah. It
Is-
feels like 30 hours.
here's my issue with Amiibo is that they kind of don't do what they promise they're going to do. Now, there's definitely the whole tap to do this. But one of the things they talked about during the presentation is that, hey, I can't be totally certain on this because it's a lot of information. I'm pretty sure they said that Mario Party 10 is going to be the first game since Smash Brothers that can save data onto an amiibo. Other games can recognize them and be like, oh, this is a Link, so it should do this. This is a Star Fox, he should do this. But this is one of the first games that can save data on there. And what they said during the Direct is that if you decide to save Smash Brothers data, Mario Party data on it, it will erase your Smash Brothers data.
What?
So, in typical Nintendo fashion, it takes one step forward and two steps back. Amiibo, like when I bought Smash Brothers, I was so tempted to buy a Wii Fit Trainer Amiibo.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, that sounds like a good idea.
Yeah.
But if the data gets erased with every game,
then that means it's only formatted for that game.
yeah,
If a new game comes out, you have to start, erase your history and go to that.
and like I said, granted, I think this is the second game that they've done that actually stores data on it. But going forward, why would I want to buy an Amiibo for a game thinking, okay, this is my thing. This is my $12 thing. This is mine. And then just have to keep erasing my data with each game.
Yeah, one Amiibo should be for the rest of the games you're going to be buying.
No,
time buy, long time gain. That's what Amiibo should be.
I feel like that's what they talked about. But
Yeah, I mean, I don't know too much about. I mean, this is an old article I just looked up right now, but basically just saying that they don't expect strong sales projections for Amiibo. I mean, the article I looked at was in November after Smash Bros. Came out. I haven't seen more recent articles, but basically just projecting that they're not going to be that big of a thing.
yeah, I wouldn't imagine them.
Aren't Skylanders still selling?
Yeah,
Skylanders is different though.
Yeah.
Because Skylanders is like this. Hey, I'm playing this lava stage. Oh man, I need someone that's like an ice monster. So you have to buy a Skylanders ice monster, put it on your thing, and they're like, okay, now you have the ice monster.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
That's way different
really,
than Amiibo.
Yeah, 'cause
like think of all of the stuff that Smash Brothers has to offer.
It has a lot.
And then think about the percentage of what Amiibo is of that. You can train an AI character and fight other it's like you
cool.
want, it's cool, but you want me to pay $12 for that?
Yes.
Whereas with Skylanders and Disney Infinite and Disney Infinity, you need it to progress,
Yeah.
and it like unlocks new features
That's
that
pretty cool.
feel very different.
Disney Infinity.
So
I'm gonna play
that's
too.
why they sell 'em. Next piece of news from the Direct. Excuse me, I just burped very subtly. I'm sure you heard it. Splatoon. They showed a little bit more of that. Mainly they showed, which actually kind of made me, like I was already kind of interested in the game, but this made me even more interested, is they showed like a central social hub. So when you're not in games, when you're not in campaign, there's like this kind of like overworld, and they have like different stores there, and with different stores you can buy different stuff. And I was like, I don't really care, but then they said that there's different stats. So, like, if you're playing Advanced Warfare and you get like a, it's like you get like a, what is it called? The care packet?
Yeah, care package.
Supply drop.
Supply drop, yeah.
You get a supply drop, and a supply drop has like a beanie in it. It's like, cool, that's a beanie, but it doesn't really do anything for me. It's purely aesthetic.
Yeah.
Whereas this actually has statistics, like stats. So you might wear this and it'll increase your speed, or this will increase your strength.
Do you really think you're going to buy Splatoon, though?
I mean, it's Splatoon.
It's a cool concept. I'll give it that.
Is it full
Splatoon-
price? Is that full price
Probably.
game? Oh.
Splatoon looks like the most interesting Wii U game I've seen so far.
It's very interesting.
Because it's like, Zelda looks cool, but it's like, everyone's like, this Zelda's going to be awesome. It's open world. It's like,
Star Fox might maybe be better.
So are a lot of them. And it's like, everyone's like, oh, Star Fox looks
Skyward
cool.
Sword wasn't.
And Star Fox is like, yeah, I just feel like these are all games I've seen, whereas I feel like they're actually trying something new now.
Splatoon is something new.
Yeah, exactly. More things they showed is there's a new DLC pack coming to Hyrule Warriors, and it has Tingle and Young Link in it, which is the most important news from this, because playing as Tingle, that's what I like.
What does it come with new campaign or? Is
So it doesn't come with a new campaign, but it comes with a new. Not that this is on the same level, but the thing that comes after is the important thing. It comes with like 5. So it comes with Tingle, Young Link, like 5 costumes, but a brand new adventure mode or challenge or whatever it is. The
World map.
the little world map mode. I think it's called adventure mode
Okay,
or
cool.
legend mode. I don't
Yeah.
know. They have ridiculous names, but it's Majora's Mask theme, so it shows the moon in the background. Don't know
cool.
what that really changes, but
man.
it's more content. It's not just new characters.
That's tight.
So that sounds cool.
Let me go back and buy that.
Indeed. They showed a video of Xenoblade Chronicles X, which is a ridiculous name to say, but it's pretty much a sequel to Xenoblade Chronicle, and it looks pretty cool. They didn't really show much gameplay. They showed gameplay. They didn't show combat, which is what everyone wants to see. It just shows like them walking around the world and seeing like all of like the different worlds in it and like all the different environments. So that looks pretty cool.
That looks awesome.
They also showed Mario vs. Donkey Kong Tipping Stars, which if you played Mario vs. Donkey Kong, they're pretty good games. They're kind of like lemmings in a sense. Like you control them and then like all that. And it's called Tipping Stars because you can tip people stars if they make stages. There's like a whole user-generated content aspect to this. It looks pretty cool. Yeah. They showed a game called Fossil Fighters Frontier, which is like a driving game where you can pick up fossils, but then when you pick up the fossils, you could create dinosaurs, which apparently they made this sound like a sequel, and maybe this game already exists and I just didn't notice it, but you could like pick up fossils, and with the fossils you can create dinosaurs, and then you can fight the dinosaurs. So it's like a lot.
Why would you create a dinosaur to fight?
Other dinosaurs.
Have you not seen the trailer for Jurassic Park
Jurassic
World?
Yeah. But
Let's get these raptors to fight these other dinosaurs.
more stuff. And and by the way, Mario vs. Donkey Kong Tipping Stars is going to be on Wii U and 3DS.
Oh, cool! I didn't know that.
So I mean, I guess
It's not going to be cross-buy, though, is it?
I doubt
Because
it.
They
don't
Wii
believe
U
in that.
is they hate cross-buy. No, you're going to buy this game, you're going to buy it again.
Yeah. So they had like a whole video montage of different indies and different third-party games coming out. And there's some other stuff I didn't mention.
Shovel Knight 2, hopefully?
No, they did not
Oh,
mention
I
that.
wish.
They probably won't via Nintendo because it's coming to PlayStation now. They'll just probably announce it. But I mean, if you want to see all the details, you can check the direct. But the last thing they announced, which is kind of what a lot of people were expecting, was I'm gonna get this name right. It's the new Nintendo 3DS XL. And
XL.
that's cool. But like I said,
Is that the official name?
yes.
Yes. It's newer than the last one.
Now, here's my issue with this, and I made this pretty clear before, is that I like Nintendo, but I feel like Nintendo always takes one step forward and two steps back. They have like a great local multiplayer game, but then they don't get online right. Stuff like that. This so
Like a mentally challenged Neil Armstrong.
Before I go on about this, I'll say this, that some of the features they have is they have face tracking 3D. So before you could only see 3D if you're looking directly at the 3DS, which is kind of like whatever. It has better battery. They use micro SDs now apparently. Like all these different random features, which makes it seem cool. And like I didn't really care. But they're like, oh, it has better processing. And I was like, that's vague. That doesn't explain to me. Does it have higher RAM? Like what? And they're saying that only certain games, there's certain games that can only run on this. So it's like new hardware. So all right, cool. Now, this has been out in Europe for a few months now. And they're like, hey, it doesn't ship with a charger.
No, it does not.
Now, something about the European market is sometimes systems will sell without chargers because like they'll have like more universal things in that.
It's pretty messed up.
So I mean, think of it like this: if I buy a charger for an iPhone that works on everything else,
yeah,
then it's a little bit more excusable. But that's not necessarily the case over here in the West.
Any new device you get should come with a power cord, power cable.
Yeah, it's
No,
ridiculous.
I get that, but like so I'm saying this has happened before in Europe. This has never happened in America. And in America, they're like, oh, and I love it. This is typical Nintendo fashion. Like, Reggie went up there in the Nintendo Direct, and he's talking about all the features. He's like, it has this, it has this, it has this, it has this. And he cut over to some other dude. He's like, oh, by the way, like, wait, what? He's like, yeah, and it doesn't come with a charger. It doesn't ship with a charger. Now, they make the argument that you can use your charger from the original 3DS.
Because you're supposed to already have an original 3DS.
As if there's no one who's buying this as their first 3DS.
If you buy a charger, can I borrow yours? Does that work?
Seriously, that's the whole thing.
That'd be great.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. I mean, it's really stupid because first of all, it's like, I mean, it's already ridiculous enough that you're buying like it's like buying like a Wii U to get a Wii U 1.3.
Yeah, no,
It's not even a 1.5. It's like a 1. It could like play. It's a tad bit stronger to get maybe a few more games. I mean, it's almost like the expansion pack for what you call it. For remember 64, you had the expansion pack, and it really didn't work with that many new games.
or very few.
Like if you bought it by itself, I don't remember how much it was. It was at least $20. But like I know you need it for like seriously, I think it was Donkey Kong 64. It came with Donkey Kong 64 and Perfect Dark, and that was like a few things. And honestly, I feel like that's just going to be like it's pretty much like the new 3DS, which I mean, I want to get it because I don't have a 3DS yet. But I feel like that's pretty much the 2015 version of the expansion pack, and it's like, yeah, it's ridiculous because it's like, I mean, why would you buy a new 3DS unless you want the few new games that are going to be on it if you didn't have it already?
Yeah, I mean, I never thought I'd get a handheld device, and I thought I was going to get a Vita first, but I'm most likely going to get, even without the charger, the new 3DS XL. By the way, news dropped down today is that if you want to change memory cards, you're going to have to get a screwdriver to do it. You can't just pop it in, pop it out. So I want you guys to know that as well out there.
I have like 100 screwdrivers.
Yeah, we just go to Evan's house and we'll give him some screwdrivers.
Anybody listening? So many screwdrivers. Yeah. It's like a collection.
Yeah,
of screwdrivers.
So people are like, man, that's annoying too. So no charge, know that, but you know it's still the new 3DS XL. You gotta get it. You gotta get it. And, well, hey, man, I'm already kind of sold on it anyway. I'm starting to travel more often in my life, so it's something to have.
Yeah. All right, that does it for Nintendo. We're gonna wrap up the other news real quick because we're at hour 7 of this podcast. Xbox got a price drop, so it went from $350 for a while, as we all know, and then everyone was like, "Oh yeah, they're probably gonna keep it," and then they're like, "Nope, that was temporary. It's going up to $400," and there was so much outcry that they're like, "All right, we'll put it back down to $350." So as of tomorrow, I believe, or is it next week?
Tomorrow. Friday.
Tomorrow, which is going to be like 2 days past this podcast being posted, or a day. It's going to drop back down to $350 officially.
Actually, I read that it's $349.
$349.99, so I was a cent off.
Yeah, okay. Get it right. Could we get another host?
Yeah.
Bunyan, do you want to host the show?
I'll host.
All right, thank you.
PS Now, which this actually happened a couple weeks ago at CES, but I just feel the need to point it out. PS Now, which we talked about in length on this podcast,
finally has a subscription.
It has a subscription service, as they promised, and it is $20 a month, or if you buy 3, it's $45. So it comes down to $15 a month, and that's cool. One thing I'm not cool with it about is that it's not that the whole PS Now library becomes available; it's a select games.
And it's just the PS3 games for now.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of good PS3 games, but the problem is like there are certain games that there's probably something, I don't know, like some type of marketing or licensing deal, but there are certain games that will omit from the subscription service. So they're just like gone. Like, yeah. I mean, it's still a great deal if you haven't played these. Even if you have played a lot of them, there's a lot of games. But
yeah, at the end of the year, I'd be interested to see how much money they got or profited after spending $500 million to Gaikai.
Yeah, I mean,
to have the service available.
It's probably not going to be at the end of the year. It'll probably
want to see what kind of numbers they're making.
It'll probably be the following year because the subscription service is only available on PS4. It's not available on PS3 yet, or Vita, or PlayStation TV. So the subscription is only on PS4.
No, the PS TV, you can get PS Now on that
so
as well.
No, you can get PS Now, but you can't get the subscription. The subscription service is only available on PS4.
Is that true?
100%. 99.9.
And that'll change.
Absolutely. But I'm just saying for now, it's the subscription is only PlayStation 4.
And a lot of people are kind of either you're like, okay, cool, I'm going to do this, or like, no way. My thing is, a lot of PS Plus members are like, well, what if we have PS Plus? Can we get a kind of a little bit of a discount on this PlayStation Now? I mean, we pay you money every year, and I mean, yeah, we're getting free games each month. I mean, we're blessed to have that. But PS Now, their subscription, they said, they give no benefits to PS Plus members. It's just $20 a month, or you can do the 3-month every 3 months, $45, and it'll come out to be $15 a month if you did that. So I think down the line there'll be a better deal. I think there will be.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta think they're just starting this groundbreaking service.
They're just starting. I heard there's still some lag on some games right now.
It depends on your internet connection.
Yeah, you got to have a great internet connection, at least 30 megs right now per second. That's what I use, and that works fine. But for me, I'm not going to do it right now. Right now, I'm going to stick to flash sales, holiday sales, anniversary, PlayStation anniversary to get my games. In fact, today I even did that. I got 10 games for $60 that I can keep, not rent. And my PlayStation backlog is huge. I have so much to catch up on because I was always an Xbox fanboy at the time. Now I love all systems. I love all systems equally. I love them. And I can say that, because I'm a huge gamer right now.
You sound like an ex-Nazi, like who's no longer Nazi, and like I used to be white supremacist, but now I love everyone equally.
Don't shoot me. I love everyone.
I love America.
I will say this before this gets too out of hand, which it was about to, probably already did. Is that my whole thing with the subscription thing is it's like, so you say you own these games. It's like, if I get PlayStation Now, one of the games, I'm just thinking of one of the games randomly on there is Saints Row 3 and 4. If I beat Saints Row 4, and if I play it in the month or 2 or 3 that I have it, I don't care if I have it or not. Like, I've already done everything. It's like, I don't care about owning the game at that point, and it's digitally anyways. Do I really own it? If they make a PlayStation 5 and there's no like carryover as there was from PS3 to 4, it's like it doesn't really matter once I finished it. That's how I feel. But anyways,
you're talking to Aaron, the guy who keeps Titanfall cards and doesn't use them because
burn cards,
and he never will use them, but he never wants to lose them. What's the point of having?
Because he said they're like collectibles, collectible cards that you can't show other people.
Yeah.
Well, look, first of all, PlayStation Plus, every month you're getting 2 free games. I mean, last month you got Injustice, AAA game. Fantastic, right?
Awesome. I've had so much
I
fun
love
with
Injustice. Injustice is a fantastic fighting game. For PS3, you got the Hitman trilogy. Before that, you got Batman Arkham Asylum. Fantastic, fun games to play. So each month from now on, you're still getting 2 free games to play that are, probably going to be on the PlayStation Now network as well. And Zach brings up a good point. If I already beat the game, I don't need to have it anymore. Basically, I think that's what he was trying to tell me. But there's still some games out there that I don't want to just rent. I want to just have always, so my kids can play them someday, Well, then what you say? Well, why don't you just rent it again? Do the PlayStation Now network.
I would like to let this be known that I looked at Brent, whatever your name is, Kyle.
Bunyan.
I looked at Bunyan and Elvin, and they both started laughing when he said that because it's such a ridiculous concept that when your child becomes of age to appreciate video games, that PS3 will be totally functional. Like
it could be.
If anything, that makes PlayStation Now even more of a deal. But anyways, we're running out of time, so I'm just gonna breeze through these last things. Hotline Miami 2. You guys played Hotline Miami 1? No, none of you have.
I have.
Yeah, actually, you did.
It's cool. I mean,
I like it.
I mean, it's okay. I mean, I wish I had co-op. I mean,
Australia's against it.
That was the news story. Thanks.
You're welcome.
It got banned in Australia because it's super violent, it's super bloody. But it's like it's funny because I mean,
didn't Australia take away Grand Theft Auto off the shelves too?
I think so recently, and there's a lot of things they've banned in the past.
Dude, what's up with Australia?
Australia cares about peace.
They like food and sharks.
They are one of the few. They are one of the few countries to ban guns after the MacArthur massacre.
Great whites.
And now they have no. How are you gonna? All right.
You can ban great whites.
All right. I'm just
away
gonna
from my island.
move along. Rogue Legacy, which is a game that I'm very fond of, is coming to Xbox One, so hopefully that means more people can play it. Bam. Last of Us is now going to be The Last of Us Remastered is now going to be packaged with PS4s.
Yeah.
So if you buy a PS4 for $400, it comes with Last of Us Remastered.
Good deal.
Really great.
Last of Us, fantastic game.
The final thing is Awesome Games Done Quick, which is a speed run like kind of competition, almost like in the vein of like Evo and stuff like that. So people come and they try to run these games as fast as they can. But unlike Evo, this is less of a competition and more of like a charity event. And we talked about it before. This one raised over $1 million by speedrunning. People were like, "Oh, that's awesome! I'm gonna donate money." I saw, I believe, Super Mario World speedran and Dark Souls 2. Someone beat Dark Souls 2, not really using any exploits or anything like that, in like an hour and 4 minutes, which is ridiculous.
Impressive.
That's going to do it for us here at Gamer and Gameless. Thanks for listening. Remember, you can check us at gamergameless.com, on our Facebook, facebook.com/gamergameless, and our shiny new Twitter at gamergameless. Thanks for listening, guys. We'll see you next week.
Well, I wanna say thank you, Bunyan, for being here.
Thank you, Bunyan.
I was glad to be a part of the team.
And B-Rob,
Steve.
Scuba Steve,
Angelica.
All right, bye, guys.
bye, peace.